Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'll tell you one place where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1350 AM, 1400 AM, click and listen live. Go to church webcast and then click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. It's the eve. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
WMVA 88.9 FM, Peace 95.3 FM, and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. We got 2 channels over there on YouTube you need to check out. That's Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1, and at FYI Radio Show host, Yolanda Hinton. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out.
You promise?
Promise.
Shout out.
Mr.
Yeah.
E, how was your weekend?
I had a wonderful weekend. I went to Williamsburg on Saturday and picked up my grandchildren and came on back and had an opportunity to go down to this quartet group down at the Push Center in Portsmouth.
Sounds like fun.
What a wonderful time. The Word Singers was part of the Word Singers 46th anniversary.
Wow, 46. That
46 years ago.
Wow, we've been hearing that name for quite some time.
That's right.
And they perform?
They perform, and they had a wonderful crowd out there. I want to give great shout out to the people that was there that listened to WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, 88.9, and also to them that listened to FYI Radio Show, the most talked about radio show, and they said this last night, in the whole wide world.
That is absolutely marvelous. Thank you all out there. I had a wonderful weekend, had a little circus fun with my son and my grandson and friends. It was really beautiful, lovely circus, Universal Circus, and we had a great time. It was just a lovely weekend. We got rain here, but that was fine. It came and it went. And it was just great.
Not only did we get rain, we got lightning, thunder and lightning too.
Well, in your world, because I didn't see no thunder and lightning, Mr. E. Where was this at?
Over in P-Town, there was some lightning over and thunder over in Portsmouth.
Okay, well, yeah. I'm glad y'all kept it over there. We got the rain, and I'm telling you, it was just nice. I love the rain. I don't mind the rain. The sunshine is out and popping now, but hey, whatever, as long as we're here.
That's right. They came out in buckets over there.
Absolutely. So I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. I know mine was absolutely fabulous. So, Mr. E, this is FYI Radio Show Mondays Sports Talk.
That's right.
And
it is.
Go ahead, Mr. E.
That's right. It is sports talk, Miss Hinton. It's off the chain. When we start looking at the WNBA, when we look at that NFL, when we start looking at basketball, when we start looking at boxing and tennis and all of all the sports that's out there. You know, Miss Hinton, I know I can't hold it back.
You sure can.
I just got so much energy. I got some bottle up in me that I really want to make plain.
All right, we're going to make that plain in a minute. But first, we're going to congratulate Coco Gauff. She has won the French Open.
Yeah.
She defeated Ariana Sabalenka in 3 sets, 6-7, 6-2, 6-4 in the final, marking her first French Open title and her second Grand Slam single title overall. Her first Grand Slam win was the U.S. Open in 2023. This victory makes her the first African-American woman to win the French Open since Serena Williams in 2015.
That's right. And congratulations to Coco. I mean, Coco, you played, and she was consistent about how she was handling that tennis ball. That's tennis, y'all. Coco, my hat's off to you, and thank you. On the clay court, too.
Absolutely.
I mean, when she got up off that ground, she had a big old forehead full of clay.
I tell you what, we're going to let Mr. E loose because he got some tea boiling. He want to talk about this so bad. And who's not talking about it, Mr. E? The boxing world is turned upside down. And it's coming from right here in the Hampton Roads area. Can you give us that story?
Listen, ESPN had allotted us to have boxing.
ESPN.
That's right. One of the top of the line arenas on TV all over the world. Everybody looks at ESPN. So here we got some great boxers in the 757 that had an opportunity right here in Norfolk, Virginia, downtown Scope, to go live and be publicized on one of the greatest network you ever want to be on. That's ESPN. And everybody, every athlete, every basketball game, every baseball game, every football, boxing, that's top of the line.
Absolutely.
When you started making it to the ESPN 1 or 2, that's top of the line because they got TNT network, they got Channel 12, Channel 11, you name it. ESPN is heard all over the world, but there were some things that happened,
Mr. E?
that really disturbed me. There were some brothers who brought the sports to get back to the Norfolk arena. Those Keyshawn boys, them Davis boys that brought the boxing world, since Sweet Pea, brought the boxing world back to VA, into the Scope, into our hometown, down the street from their community, and made a great landing when they first started out. Then they brought great shame.
Absolutely. What was supposed to be a homecoming celebration for Keyshawn Davis and his brothers, welterweight Keon and junior welterweight Kelvin, turned into a nightmarish weekend that ended in disaster Saturday night at the Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia.
And they said following Albright upset win over Kevin in the co-main event. The main event supposed to have been the other brother.
Absolutely.
But in the co-main event, Kevin was out there fighting, and guess what? He lost to Albright.
Well, first of all, Keyshawn was supposed to fight, and it was canceled because why?
He was overweight. 4.3. Somebody said, I ain't gonna call no name. Somebody said that if he wasn't eating all that popcorn, he could have made the weight class.
I'm just so surprised. You got handlers, managers, you got all kind of folk around you. Who wasn't doing their job and checking weight and checking how he was doing. What happened?
4.3 pounds overweight, and somebody just, that he was not really paying attention to detail, and that's what happened to a lot of athletes. They qualify 1 minute, and then they can't qualify the second. 4 pounds. He should have had everybody, mama and daddy, helping him to watch what he eat.
But the thing about it is, the whole thing was canceled. Folk are in a uproar. I mean, an uproar in the Hampton Roads area wanting their money back.
2,000 people, Miss Hinton, want their money back.
Absolutely.
And they was paying big money, $500 and $200 to see the main line, the headline, to see him go out there and box, but he couldn't make the weight class, so that's an automatic loss.
That is amazing. Now, I'm asked again, if you have all these folks, managers, trainers, handlers around you, when you're talking about something as important as this, and then on ESPN, who did not take his weight the day before? Who did not do their job at making sure this guy is ready? You're talking about involving a whole lot of people, including a network,
That's
a major
right.
network. It don't make sense to me.
Especially coming out of the parks. When you come out of the neighborhoods, you getting ready to step up to the big league. You getting ready to step up to the major league. But here you are coming out of the park. You and your brothers, y'all are making it big. Y'all got your name in the lights on the billboards, and you're making it big. And you should have a better team, a better corner that will help you to maintain, so you wouldn't lose the battle.
Absolutely, and make yourself look kind of crazy. People want their money back. It was just like, people had anticipated this great fight. They were looking forward to.
That's right. But here's the thing that I can't keep my mouth closed. It says the incident, which was captured on video.
Yeah, the after fact. I guess they were going to give you a show regardless.
That's right. The rocky weekend of Davis' brother that started with Keyshawn missing weight, was stripped of his WBO lightweight title.
Yes.
And his main event fight with Ed Santos was canceled. Canceled.
Didn't happen.
Not just did he lose. I know we got other sports to talk about, Miss Hinton, but here's the point I'm trying to get. You coming out of where you come from, you a local yokel, done made it big time. Now you see the headlights, you see the lights, your names are in lights, you're making the city bright again, you're bringing something back to Norfolk, and everybody's looking for this to happen. Absolutely. And guess what? You couldn't make the headlights. But then, you couldn't make the weight class, and you 4.3 pounds overweight, and then Miss Hinton, you was a mainliner. Do you know how hard it is to be the main event in a great boxing match at the Scope, or even at ESPN, where billions and millions and trillions of people are looking at you all over the world? Let me say that again. That are looking at you all over the world, just looking at from the north, the south, the east, and you got a great fan base. They're checking you out and to see if they're going to try to make it. But it blew my mind because they lost. Mm-hmm. The brother who lost could not get to the weight class, who was the main event, he lost. And the brother who was the co-main event, he lost too.
But then there was one that won.
And then one that's won, and he beat him in the second round, and he hit him in the stomach took the win out. And and I thought that was one of the greatest. In the second round, scored a knockout. Young Keon scored a knockout in the early Saturday night. But Kevin, the oldest brother, dropped to a decision with Albright. That ain't the part that I want folks to understand. When you get to the headlight, it goes down in an interview. In an interview with ESPN, Mark Connor, Albright alleged that he was jumped.
Oh, yes, he said it.
He was jumped. He already had swellings of the eyes from the fight that was in. Now he got big knocks upside his head from being headbutt, from being punched.
Yes.
And he said it. He said it himself on an interview, Miss Hinton, that by Keyshawn and Keon backstage after the victory over Kevin, they jumped him.
He said he was noticeably marked up with swelling over his right eye that wasn't visible immediately after victory. They started walking up to me, he says, all tough, putting his head against me, and then grabbed me, Albright told Kriegel. Then he said he was about to swing, but he said his team and everybody that grabbed him and Keyshawn and everything grabbed Keyshawn and everything went crazy.
And it was crazy, yeah.
I tell you what, I guess they were going to give you a show regardless. You didn't get the main event. What you call it was Keyshawn was stripped. It was just too much drama, if you ask me. But I tell you what, it might be enough drama. But give me my money back. Don't you think that's the show? I want my money back. If I wanted to attend, bought tickets, all the fighting and carrying on in the world is not going to stop me from getting them coins back. So
why
they're going to have to handle their business.
And then they wrote apology. They wrote an apology. It says, on behalf of DB3, we apologize for conducting ourselves in the way tension was high, emotions got the best of us. We will be back and better and more professional. It's up and down with this, and we going to take what comes with it. Then they said this, and listen to the language. With that being said, we didn't know. We didn't jump nobody. DIDDNT. DIDDNT. We didn't jump nobody. David said in part, sorry to all the kids that looked up to us. We shall set a better example.
You don't get opportunity every day. I'm telling you, young folk, don't sit up here and blow it. You got a chance to be on top, be professional, make those coins. Stop while you're ahead. Be that example and that mentor. You don't get opportunity. Opportunity does not knock to everybody's door to get these opportunities to be on that type of platform. So, Mr. E, the drama continues. I heard that Keyshawn is going to the next level of boxing. We shall see. We shall keep up with this story. Too much drama for the weekend in boxing, and we got to move on.
I hope that they don't sue him neither.
Well, we shall see. It's just, I don't know if it's for publicity. Sometimes when you draw attention negatively, things get bigger. People come to the yard, you bring the boys and the girls to the yard, and people really start paying attention. So let's see if that's what's happening. In the meantime,
I got a basketball joke.
Yes, we're here to talk about our NBA 2025 finals. Talking about fire. Can I get a witness that it was fire? It's been fire. We were doing the playoffs. We're now in the finals. Mr. E, give us some tea.
Let's start with Thursday. Thursday. My
Game
God. Game one. The Indiana Pacers beat them.
What was
That's
that,
right. The Indiana Pacers beat them 111 to 110 by 1 point.
Mr. E, I thought you don't 1 point me. I thought you said OKC was gonna slide into the winning and being the winner. And they didn't slide. They almost slid. Now let's give it to Mr. E. They almost slid.
Almost ain't good enough for them horseshoes. But I tell you,
Mr. Number 0, if he didn't come through and knock it out and drop the mic.
Well, and Mr. Number 0, who is Harbaugh, and that everybody's talking about, he's that one clutch play. Now, he went into the game this week. Let's go to last night game.
We ain't going to last night game.
Why you don't want to go last night game?
Because you're trying to run away from it.
Now,
Mr. E, let's give the props to the Pacers. They won. Give us a score. We need to score.
111 to 110.
The Pacers won.
That's right. 111 to 110. Yes, I said that the OKC was going to sweep them in 4.
All right.
But what happened was OKC took his foot off the gas. Now let me show you the results.
Go
When you
ahead.
keep your foot on the gas. Now when you look at this game right here, the second game, which was last night, look at the difference between the scores. The score was 123 to 107. Now that's about 14 points different.
Yes.
Now and they kept the gas on them.
Yes,
And
they did.
where
Yes.
was number 00? And he couldn't come through at the beginning of the game. But soon as they got to the end of the game, now he wants to start shooting basketball. He need to start out in the beginning of the game. The whole game, the whole 4 quarters, the OKC kept the gas on them and led the whole 4 quarters. They led about 14 points.
Absolutely.
They kept them. There's no way that Indiana Pacers could have caught up with them boys last night. What happened to what the first game was? The OKC took the break, put the brakes on.
Well, you can't take the brakes. You can take the brakes off and end up being the second.
That's right.
That's the problem. You can't take the brakes off. It's these folks. These 2 teams are the best of the best. You can't slow down, take the brakes off. You can't sit down for no tea and coffee. You better get it, and you better make sure you get it till the very end. When you take the brakes off, you're going to lose like you did on that first game.
That's right. When you slow it down and start playing their game, giving them opportunities to set up, give them opportunity to play their game, their defense. But when you keep that gas on them, and they cannot catch you. They supposed to be faster than you. Indiana Pacers are fast, but they're not as fast as the OKC.
They not be fast, but they won that first game.
That's the only game that they won. I'm saying this.
There you go. There you go again, y'all.
Only game that they won, and I guarantee you, even though they're gonna be in Indiana,
there you go again.
Reggie Miller, get ready because OKC is coming to your town.
Now, Mr. E, let's talk about some of the players that impressed you the most in these games.
That with the Indiana Pacers, there was a fella by the name of Seco. I mean, he's a baller. I mean, and then Brian from the Indiana Pacers, but he comes off the bench and plays. But Harbaugh did not impress me.
How come?
He did not impress me because he couldn't get on. He couldn't hit. He couldn't be consistent in his shooting. The only time he got consistent in his shooting is the 4th quarter when they put the brakes on and slowed down.
Ain't no brakes. He just had to win. He brought that team to victory.
He couldn't they was looking for him to pull another rabbit out of his hat, but I guess he pulled a pear out of his hat, but because he couldn't pull that rabbit no more.
Well, they were definitely playing good ball, both of the teams, but I tell you, OKC kept it going. That's the way they should do. Hopefully it's not just because they were on their court. Hopefully they're going to see it through till the end, according to Mr. E. But we shall see. Do the Pacers have it? Do they have what it takes to win another game?
No.
Mr. E,
no.
I'm telling you, with 2 champions, it's any team, it's any man's game. You cannot shut out the Pacers yet because they got that. They're at the finals. And so they have what it takes to go to the end.
I want you to know my crystal ball says it's over. When they
you said that the first time.
That's the first game. I said it was going to be a 4 sweep, but I did not know that OKC was going to slow up on
They didn't slow down. They just lost.
One thing you got to remember. SGA said this. Alexander said this. You got to get in there and you got to keep right on punching, and punching. You can't stop punching because if you stop punching, that'll give them an opportunity to catch up. Now look at this. The one that we call Halliburton. He only hit 17 points. 17 points in the whole game. 17 points. Okay. Now he was the one that pulled the rabbit out of his hat.
I know who he is. Number 0.
And he got that 111 win by 1 point. And then when you look at it from the last game, he didn't hit that many points in the last game.
Mhm.
The folks said what need to be done, he need to start off and start winning from the beginning of the game and not waiting for them to take the gas off the pedal.
Well, we shall see. But I tell you what, I'm glad he took the gas off the pedal, because guess what? He won the game. So this time, yesterday, that was then. But it look, that was then. But guess what? They did it. They did not, Mr. E, let me finish. They did not take OKC, which I do love, did not take the 4 yet. You got to wait. We got to give them some time. It's Mr. E, let me finish. Listen, Mr. E don't want me to say this. I always say this, y'all. Is any man's game. I don't care. I'm an Oklahoma fan. I would love to see them win, but it's any man's game. I'm not being unrealistic, because guess why? These are 2 champion teams.
They might be, but out of the best of these 2 champion teams, one got to win and the other got to lose, and you can see the top performers. I had people call me last night. I had people call me last night by the name of Alvin Brooks. I had him call me last night by the names of Isaiah Everette. I had them call me last night by the name of Tim Bostics. I had them.
Did you have them call you the first game?
They called me just really, yeah, my boys got you, man. They got you, you know. But last night they were saying, guess what they said? They said this. They said, now, OKC is nothing but a ball players out there. Them 3 leaders and 4. Wiggins came off the bench, fine up three pointers. Now, let me tell you got to have a bench just as well as starters. The starters perform like crazy. Indiana Pacers couldn't keep the ball in the hand, because why? OKC was scripting the ball. They had their hands all over the ball, and not only that, they were slamming and dunking on them too.
Game.
After they took the ball,
how close the first game was. That means
it wasn't close.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, Mr. E. I'm trying to tell you that the Pacers are just as good right now as OKC. Yes, we're looking at it 1-1, and not only that. If they had lost the first game and it was 105 to 90 or 80, you could say, well, you know, I'm saying that these 2 are the best. I am an OKC fan, but I'm saying I'm being realistic, knowing that because these 2 are champions, it's any man's game. That's what it's proven. So OKC, we congratulate you on this game. Pacers, we congratulate you on the first game.
That's right.
Let's see what happens. Christopher Green, Oklahoma. Anybody else I'm here? Look, y'all come on in and serve your team. Mr. E is an OK ride or die, which is fine. I love OKC too, but I'm on the bandwagon playing devil's advocate. Because you know why, Mr. E? Because I want to see them play a little bit more. I don't want it to just be a sweep. I want it to be competition.
Well, you want to see folk get their money's worth.
Yes,
you want to see the box office.
Absolutely.
You want to see the popcorn man get his money. You want to see the peanut and the hot dog folk get their money's worth. But see, here's the thing. I'm looking at, and when you say realistic, you're looking at basic fundamental basketball that OKC, Rick Carlisle, who is the head coach for the OKC, is a baller. He was a baller when he was playing in basketball. And now he's teaching, he's training and putting the gas on the pedal and say, listen, I tell y'all what y'all need to do. Don't let up on these cats, because they're better known as a comeback kid. They're a comeback team. They always come back if you take the gas off. But when you finesse and outplay them, I mean, on defense, they're being outplayed. On offense, they're being outplayed.
Second game.
That's right. But when you outplay, OKC could have won the first
game
if they hadn't took the brakes off them, put the brakes on. They gonna get them. I gotta get out of it. We gotta go. But OKC going to Indiana Pacers and blow that city up.
I tell you what, you all stay tuned tonight, FYI After Dark replay. And yeah, make sure you all put in the chat what you think, what your prediction. Mr. E, we got a third game. I know we got to go third game coming up. When?
That's on Tuesday.
Okay, y'all keep it locked. We're going to talk about that when we come back on Wednesday. Look, y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. See you on Wednesday.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show. I'm Ed Everett with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. And for more information, special guest, a sponsor, and for more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. That's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. And we want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. And don't forget to have a great Monday, okay? Bye-bye.
All right. Mr. E, let's talk about this third game coming up real quick. You said Tuesday. Give us some tea.
Yes. Tuesday is the next game, and I'll make sure that I am right because I see that you're challenging a brother.
Yeah, Mr. E, we need to see. Look, I don't want nobody to sweep. I want to see them. I want to see competition. You're talking about the best of the best now. They went all the way to the final. They beat everything out. Let's see some real basketball now. We know OKC is the bomb. We know they got it going on. No doubt in my mind, they are definitely champions. I would love to see them win. Let's see the Pacers come on and give them a look, give them some competition, give them a little bit of pushback so they won't easily win. We don't want them to easily win.
That game is on June 11th. That's on Wednesday. I'm sorry, at 8:30 on TNT. You don't want to miss that game. It'll be game number 3. It's 1-1 now. 123 to 107 and 110 to 111. Now, let me tell you all, get your popcorn, get your peanuts, because game 3, game 4, that's going to be played in Indiana.
Ooh,
they're going to be playing both these games. They're going to play both these games, 3 and 4, in Indianapolis, and then they're going to bring it back to OKC. But I don't think that it's going to be coming back to OKC because OKC already helped celebrate it last when they got to get to where they are. But what's going to happen, they're going to beat them on the outs.
You also remember that they lost the first game, y'all. So don't listen to Mr. E. Let's get some competition going. Let's see these games. Let's see them play this game to make them, they make their money, but let them work for it.
It's 1-1. Let's see the chops go up.
1-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen,
I'm with
y'all.
OKC.
Okay, excellent, Mr. E. Look, upcoming shows, FYI After Dark, we're going to do a replay. And then we're going to make sure we get our love doctors together. Alicia Bennett, hopefully her, along with some others. We're going to come on with our relationship 2025.
And a couple of Cuffy Love will be coming on with us also.
Oh, really? Yeah. Why didn't they tell me so we could have them on tonight?
Well,
because that's when the date is.
We just got that.
Mr. E. Mr. E. Cuffy Love is coming with us. Alicia Bennett.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll have our other friends, Tony Villa. And who else did we have, Mr. E? We had
Michael Marshall.
We had we had Katrina Burns. She's gonna be coming with us with some relationship. We'll break it up in Mr. E. We'll have those, and then we'll have some others. But then we'll have the hot topics with the fentanyl crisis again with Mr. Michael Marshall, part 2. My segment, hot topics, Mr. E segment around the town, events, and all kind of news. Wednesday, what's under the hat? We got Father's Day celebration.
That's right.
Father's Day is coming on. Special guest Chris Hinton. He's the owner of Beard Gods. Fun Friday, women's issues. And look, don't forget to follow us on social media. You can also be a special guest intern or sponsor, Mr. E will give you the contact information.
If you'd like to be a special guest, intern, sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you got to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. If you'd like to be in our audience, that's right. If you want to be in our audience, you email us your email, and we'll email you back the date and the time that we're going to be pulling you in so that you can be out in our audience of the most talked about radio show in the world.
All right, now look, we will see you coming. Our replays will be on social media platform, Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. That's at 6:00 p.m. Thank you all for sharing and coming on. Our friend Christopher Green said Oklahoma, and you all that have not said anything, look, you still have time to put something in the chat, and we will respond. So look, have a wonderful and blessed today. Enjoy the weather, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.
2 up, 2 down, VA.